Happy time zone, everybody. It's me, Ivory, and welcome to my gameplay diary. inZOI just might never be the same again. The newest life sim is creeping up on a year in early access, and the game has come a long way from those early, empty feeling days. We just got a Discord update, plus a full interview from Kjun. Some of it had me excited, while some of it had me looking at my screen like... So girl, go ahead and grab yourself a warm cup of tea, or a cozy shot of tequila, because today we're diving into what is next for this up and coming life simulation game. Go ahead and get comfy and take a seat, because there's several different things that we have to go through today, because I am spilling on everything I know about the new town, updated gameplay loop, and possibly multiplayer mode. Plus, there are 3 big secrets that Kjun teased in his interview that could mean inZOI will never be the same again. But first, when you pick up inZOI through Steam, you can also support me as a content creator, but only if you like, and you can use my code MYGAMEPLAYDIARY when you pick up a copy of inZOI. You can use this code by going to the game options menu and then navigating down to gameplay and putting in my gameplay diary when you enter the game. Thank you so much for supporting me. As a special thank you, Crafton is making sure that everyone who enters my creator code will get an exclusive Best Creator Ever t-shirt that your Zoids can wear in the game. And while they wear the shirt, they could experience the feeling of confidence from time to time. I do get a small percentage when you use this code, and every penny goes back into my setup, so I appreciate anybody using it in advance. So before we dive into some delusional speculation, let's go ahead and go over what we do know for sure. Canvas Town will be coming to a save file near you real soon. The name is a work in progress, but this small city has been something the team has been working on for a while. Honestly, I'm not surprised at all. Players have been begging for something easier on their systems, especially with how ambitious and full the bigger cities are, like Dowan and Bliss Bay. Through my inZOI partnership, I even got the chance to speak directly with the big man in charge to voice my personal concerns and offer up some suggestions. And I'm really impressed that they took so much feedback in from the community and the inZOI partners to make the game better for everybody. Now, Canvas Town is about 1/8 of the size of Dowan, and it's built entirely with objects from build mode. All of the buildings will be filled from canvas, so this means better optimization and a more robust feeling of a city that actually feels lively and full of people. There are some advantages of Canvas Town that have me smiling and nodding my head in approval. Now, this keeps the open world structure while allowing new shops and buildings. It also allows for greater optimization with around 40 lots. There are shorter distances between the lots to make neighborhoods and shops feel more noticeable, and players can decorate the entire town and share it through Canvas. There are no long travel times or waiting at traffic lights. Plus, Zoids appear more frequently, making the world feel alive. And multiple small towns could be connected with short loading times in the future. So this to me is very exciting because it allows players to just have full creativity to build a world of their own. I'm really excited to see what a lot of the storytellers do with a town like this. And sometimes within inZOI, you can definitely tell they built the cities before they fully conceptualize what they wanted the gameplay to be like. Because the town is so big and the gameplay aspect is still in development. Sometimes the towns, if you go like too far out, there's like nothing in that area. Everything is just for show. So this more intimate town versus the big city is going to be major for gameplay. So I'm really excited to see what they do with this. But there are going to be limitations of Canvas Town according to Kjun. So it is going to be smaller than Dowan, and it's going to be built with everything in build mode. So there's going to be limits to the scenery that they have. Also, there is limited space for vehicle gameplay. But honestly, I would not have an issue with limited vehicle space as long as my Zoids have enough room to drive fast enough to commit insurance fraud. Now, in addition to Canvas Town, we learn about a possible fate engine because the inZOI community has been craving for a clear gameplay loop to keep them invested into their save files for long term. And Kjun says to address this, we're planning a new feature called the Fate Engine. It's a system that randomly generates an entire life setup for your character. Nothing too grand, just a way to give more purpose and challenges to the inZOI experience. So when you press the Fate Engine button, the world settings will shuffle completely. You might wake up as the youngest son of a billionaire or in a haunted mansion with a creepy, smiling family insisting everything is perfectly fine. Or you might start as the head of a poor family with 10 kids. Ooh, child. Now, by living through these randomized lives, players can experience new challenges and goals. Now, for the Fate engine, I personally, maybe it's just me, maybe it's just the way my brain chemistry works, but I don't ever have any issues with gameplay loops. It's always in my head running nonstop at all times, but I understand that people do like a very clear, direct goal for life sim games, even though there are some of us that just press play every day and think, how can I cause chaos for all of these wonderful townies today? But I do feel like this will be great for people who do want to have something set in stone. Like, okay, today your character is going to do this, they're going to do this is their backstory. So I think the Fate engine is going to be amazing for people with that play style. But I know you're probably waiting for me to really get into the realty multiplayer, so let's go ahead and get it. Now, in a recent interview with Cher of News Nation, and I really suggest that you watch the full thing when you get the time, because there's some very interesting statements about inZOI and Krafton being an AI first company. I do want to talk about that, but not today. I just want to put a pin in it for a day where my mind is feeling more powerful. But what we did learn is that multiplayer may be closer than we thought. According to Kjun, there are 3 major changes, secret ones, coming to inZOI by the end of this year or perhaps early next year. And I never imagined that it would be this soon on the roadmap, but it's clear that the motivation for, prioritizing that might be coming from political pressure. And honestly, I'm not really mad at that. Most players would like to play inZOI with their friends. I don't know about strangers though. So if you're not familiar with what's going on in South Korea as it pertains to gaming, the president of South Korea really wants to put K gaming on the map globally and become a leader in the gaming space with K gaming. So I'm not really surprised that he has taken a special interest in inZOI. But I don't know, shout out to the president of South Korea for being inZOI's biggest fan, I guess. I really don't know what to do with that. But if that's too good to be true, just go ahead and check out this segment I pulled directly from Kjun's latest interview.
What was that like to meet the president and getting to have such a big shift in public policy like that?
일단 역으로 설명드리면 이제 먼저 이재명 대통령
The meeting with President Lee Jae-myung was a very special case. He came in and suddenly sat down, and I had to explain the game to him all of a sudden. He ignored everything, sat down, watched the game, and then offered his opinion. The president asked, shouldn't we add multiplayer to the artificial world, and then put ads on the billboards to boost sales? What shocked me the most was that he said we should add nail art. We already have it on inZOI. And before heading to his next event, he kept saying things like, you have to create the best work. It was so impressive. I ultimately got 2 impressions. First, that he knows this industry incredibly well. And second, that he may have really looked into our game inZOI and really prepped for this event, because our game is a game that's still quite unfamiliar to many others, even in our own industry yet. It's actually really funny because while I was talking with the president, he suggested I make inZOI a multiplayer game. We never officially announced it, but I think because of that day, and probably this podcast, the news has started to leak out a bit. inZOI is indeed developing a multiplayer aspect to the game. Anyway, it was such a fun and memorable experience. To briefly answer the second question, the fact that the president spoke favorably about the game industry and that South Korea will be striving to create a better environment for it is incredibly helpful. Moving forward, we must expand globally to meet global player needs. I reckon that this announcement would serve as the foundation for that. I was incredibly happy. I now believe this will greatly help the Korean game industry globalize and achieve global success.
Lovely. Then last question, what can people expect globally coming from inZOI in the future?
일단 이게 미래는 일단 아무도 알 수가 없죠. 그러니까
I believe we will see countless things transformed by AI. I think inZOI and Krafton will likely become companies that endlessly challenge themselves. When something new emerges, we'll readily embrace it. They have the let's try making or using this attitude. I'm one of the longest serving people at the company, but it's impossible to predict the future right now, especially the distant future, because we don't know what form it will take. For inZOI, we're actually running it on test servers and providing players the ability to make life easier, but even now we're doing countless updates and communicating with our fans. But we also have 3 new developments on the game that we haven't revealed yet. One of them was unexpectedly revealed to our president, but there are 2 more that we're challenging ourselves with. There's no doubt that we're constantly challenging ourselves to create the best and most innovative games yet.
How exciting. So we don't know when those are going to be released, right? The two secret developments.
일단은 이제 아직은 말씀드릴 수가 없는데 사실은
For now, I can't say yet, but actually we've already done a lot of development on them. It's nearly ready. Probably by the end of this year or probably early next year, we'll definitely release it. After that, we just need to figure out how to create the best experience for the players.
Now, while the thoughts of multiplayer and a new town and a Fate engine, it's all really exciting, I do have some concerns. I would not be me if I wasn't concerned. While I love the idea of a standalone online experience, I am a deeply introverted person and I really don't necessarily want to have multiplayer wrapped in my single player experience. 95% of the time, I'm playing a game by myself. So if inZOI becomes a full multiplayer focused game, I'm not sure if it's going to be for me. I don't know. As much as I have been enjoying inZOI, I don't want to play my game and have some rando like coming up to me. It's just not what I'm interested in. So I do hope that they keep it optional and separate, even if it's something else that we have to install. If it was a free experience of inZOI, but let me say this before I talk about that, because I don't want people to have ads in a game that they paid for, especially while it's early access. And I don't want to see ads, and I don't want y'all to see the ads either. Now, if it was multiplayer mode and it was online, sure, I wouldn't be too mad at the ads, especially if the multiplayer version of inZOI, the online mode, is a free to play experience. But I don't like when companies force ads on games, especially like games from AAA companies. I don't like when they force them in us when we paid to play this game. And I've been giving inZOI a lot of grace as an early access game, but just the concept of feeding ads to people while the game is in early access does not sit well with my spirit, like at all. And with multiplayer being one of the 3 major secrets, I don't know if the Canvas Town and the Fate engine are the other 2 big secrets, because I just feel like while that they're exciting, it's not wowing me. But if, we have a secret as big as multiplayer coming close to us, I'm kind of nervous to learn what the other 2 would be, because it's really clear that, inZOI is heading in a different direction than what they initially planned, which from what I've seen in August and October, and what they've been communicating to us in November, that's coming in December. And I feel like if there are 2 secrets that we still don't know, they are going to be very transformative, and inZOI just won't be the same experience. And I'm not trying to ride too long on the speculation train. I feel like at this point we definitely just need to wait and see what the team says. They have been very open with communication to everyone in the Discord, so I'm sure we'll learn more about it. I don't know if Kjun and the dev team see my videos. I'm just a little small fry out here on this YouTube platform, but I would like some confirmation, and I feel like once more people get wind of that interview, people are going to crave more answers about these big secrets, because we don't have an updated roadmap. I know that's something that has been tossed around, but there were changes for October, there are changes coming to December, deviating from the original roadmap. So with the lack of a new roadmap and these big secrets that Kjun is just clutching close to his heart like pearls, I just feel like they either need to give us an updated roadmap or just, keep it a bean. Tell us what these secrets are. But let me know what you think down in the comment section below about the Fate engine, multiplayer, and Canvas Town. I'm really curious, because I'm wondering if it's just me because I feel like I just fell out the coconut tree and I'm not existing in the context of ads in an early access paid for game. Anyways, child, let's just go ahead and move on from that. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to stay hydrated, be kind to yourself, and I will catch you all in the next video.